Aloha! Hello, everybody. This is Alika, the Hawaiian Blanca. Welcome to another episode of the WMOW podcast edition. Today, I have another guest with me. I can consider him one of my good friends because he is one of my fellow content creators on the new Hawaii 808 page on Instagram, and he is also one of the guys I frequently love to rage on the damn video games with. Please give a warm welcome to my friend Esera, a.k.a. Mr. Coconut. Hello, Mr. Coconut. Thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
I am good. Let me just say, it is an honor to be on this really famous show that you are currently doing right now. Whack My OLOZ. I watch it every time. Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of you guys who don't know, I don't know how you don't know, Mr. Coconut here is one, like I said, he is a content creator, a comedian, and also a fully legible actor now in Hawaii. Is that correct, sir?
I'm not really funny. Actor, I only got like one gig. I'm mostly an extra. I'd say the actor thing's a part-time thing.
That is still an actor. You're just you're still in the background. You're on camera. You're acting.
I just landed a role that possibly had the greatest one-liner of all of history down here in Hawaii. But it's fun. It's all right.
You know what? You got it. So the reason why that we have Mr. Coconut here on my podcast for this episode today is mostly because I wanted to talk about the evolution of comedy in Hawaii. We already had a previous interview with Crichton. He is also the overseer for the page on New Hawaii 808. He also does a lot of the behind-the-scenes kind of stuff for a lot of the content creators, that a lot of people that we know and we work with. So he was, his morning willing. He was very helpful. He was very awesome, and is giving me his thoughts and everything on some of the questions about comedy. And I have another person who knows a thing or two about some pretty funny, in his own very special way, his own style, his shtick of comedy. Esera is, in my eyes, he's one of the funniest guys. I always repost your stuff every damn time.
Thank you, by the way. I mean, that means a lot, man. Although it did catch me by surprise.
It was actually it caught me off guard. I saw yours and I was like, okay. And then I saw another friend of ours, Dan the Big Man. He's one of my best friends. I saw that he reposted and added on his own kind of thing to your video. So I was like, okay, I have to do this too. So I ended up doing it too, and I was like, okay, so I want to do something that's relatable to theirs, but something, and I just ended up doing the whole birth control thing. I thought that was, I thought yours was funny too. It's just like I just like, hey, here, try this 5 gum, and you're chewing on it because he's already chewing on it, right? And he's like, hey, and it looks like you're screaming that he came back from behind because he had the Viagra edition too.
Well, yeah, that's the Viagra edition.
Ow! So, since we're talking about comedy, want to ask, like I said, I talked to Crichton about this. He gave some really good influences, gave a little bit about his story and how he got into it. How did Esera, Mr. Coconut, get into comedy? What influenced you? Who influenced you? And, what really made you want to get into doing comedy stuff for social media?
Well, I don't know. I didn't really think about it until I started doing it with Russell Sartelli. I started editing videos when I was a little kid, when we had, when there was that Windows Media Movie Maker thing, and all you could do is just put videos together. I used to make little music videos, Dragon Ball Z videos, or Broly going Super Saiyan and just fighting everybody and putting music on that, just editing it, making sure it came out right. It does all that stuff, but I didn't think to come back to making videos until I was about until like a year, not like 2 years ago with with Russell, and then it kind of sparked my motivation back to start editing videos again. And turns out I was pretty good at it, so I just kept going. My one motivator for comedy was Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, he does comedy, but at the same time he says some real shit. Like he says real stuff, but implements it as a joke. But at the same time, while you laugh, it gets you thinking. Nowadays Dave Chappelle's comedy would be considered, offensive. But at the same time, some of the shit that he says is actually right. Like he has a point.
It's real stuff that he's, shedding light on.
Yeah, I mean, although sometimes he does jokes against trannies, and I don't really have a problem with trannies, but it's still funny, something to laugh at. I'm not like I go to the nearest tranny in town and just go like, hey, Dave Chappelle said this shit, I don't know, stupid or ridiculous, but that's who my motivator came from, and those two mindsets. I mean, that mindset of comedy and my style of editing it just came together, just clicked really well.
Yeah, I know that how other people usually find. Of course, it's natural for them to find some kind of external kind of influence. A lot of the comedy that made me want to do stuff was like, of course, Rob Revinger. And have like the other hard hitters, the legends themselves, or Hawaii comedy, like Augie T has Rick Hammer, Andy Bumatai, Frank DeLima, and then recently we just lost DeLima. Yeah. And,
what?
Huh? What?
Wait, what? Frank DeLima?
No. Wait, what? What about Frank DeLima?
Did you just say we just lost Frank DeLima?
No, I'm trying to retract. I'm trying to repeat what I said because I was like, blah, blah, blah. So.
I'm sorry, man. You had me in a heart attack. I was like, are you kidding me?
Sorry, I tend to do that. I stop and I repeat because I need to start the beginning of the sentence sometimes.
Right.
We just recently lost Mel Kabang. He was one of the greatest Hawaii comedians that Hawaii has ever had. Go ahead.
Huh?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say something. I said, did you say amen or hey man?
No, I said amen. I said amen.
Oh.
Right to that, you know what I'm saying? He was a really good comedian. There's a lot of good local comedians out here that should have branched out, but didn't. They decided to stay here because, their stuff would always be fresh down here. I mean, to be honest, out in the mainland, a lot of jokes tend to get stale, but down here, they find a way to keep jokes fresh down here in Hawaii.
Next, we were talking about how Uncle Mel, he did a lot of stuff mostly in bars, and we were hoping that anybody who anything to post for Uncle Mel's stand-ups or any of his material, whether it's audio, a video or something, if they could just post it on social media, get his stuff out there that we don't forget his legacy. And because a lot of people don't really know who he really is because of his lack of, his comedy wasn't really portrayed as much as Frank DeLima because he came to the schools, right? Or Augie T because he did a lot of the CD stuff and the DVDs.
He wasn't really out there as much as Augie T and Frank DeLima. I'd say those two are like the face of local comedy right now. Not social media wise. I meant stand up comedy. Like those two are the main people to watch when they're performing because they're actually really hilarious.
Yeah, and it's like how Christian was just saying that that it was just different. And then nowadays, he was just thinking that some of these old guys just put if you see content out there, just put it out there, because that's what Uncle Raps did. He did a lot of this stuff. You see his stuff everywhere, right? Auntie Mirialani's cooking show, the room service, Faith Yanagi, a lot of his the soda test, the soda A or soda X, right? It's just because it was a lot of stuff that he did was just put out there. So, if anybody can just put anything for Uncle Mel's, his things, his material, whatever, just put it on social media, I think that'd be awesome to see. Besides any of those people that I just mentioned, is there anybody that you consider is like when it comes to stand-up comedians? Do you think there's anybody that you know off the top of your head that's like underrated, or that you think isn't getting as much attention as you think?
Comedy as like stand-up wise, or just like any type of comedy?
Oh, if it's like mostly stand-up, but if it's like anybody you can name in general that you think is underrated, then yeah.
Well, that's I don't know. I don't really pay attention to much of too much stand-up comedy anymore. I mean, the last stand-up comedy I watched was Dave Chappelle. I don't know really any stand-up comedians now down here in Hawaii. I mean, that'd be cool if I could see somebody do something, or if somebody could introduce me to any stand-up comedians out there in Hawaii. I mean, I'd definitely love to go. Perhaps give me a motivation, or spark an idea for a video. Could be hilarious.
You and I should go to open mic one night.
Huh? You
and I should go to like an open mic one night and check out like a stand-up show, or actually go up there one night. We should go.
No. Stand-up comedy is not really my thing. I don't know.
It'd be so much fun. Come on.
No, I'm not going up there, man. If you go up there and you try to find me in the crowd, I'm not there. I'm in the bathroom for like a good 20 minutes till you're off the stage or something.
Okay, just make sure that when you stay in the bathroom for that long, that you just don't come out with another guy at the same time.
Well, if it's the men's bathroom, what do you expect? Huh?
Well, if you're like, hey, I just see you're in the bathroom for a long time, and how come I see you come up with another guy, huh?
I'm going to climb out the window. If there's a window in that bar, I'm climbing. I'm just going to make like I was never there.
He didn't pay his bill. Get it.
My friend Alika, who's a stand-up comedian, he'll fucking pay for it. I'll wait in the car.
Fuck you, Esera.
I'll just text you and just wait in the car. Don't worry, Alika. I got you. I'm a getaway car. Just run out the door.
Oh, bro, dig.
And just like that, we're never allowed back there again.
Damn it.
Oh, my God. But yeah, no, it would be really cool to see, an up and coming comedian down here in Hawaii. I'm not sure if there is. I'm sure there is, but I just don't know any at the moment. But it would be really cool to see one.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't mind going over there to actually watch like a live show. I think they're pretty funny, even if it's like a different form of comedy. I think it's pretty fun to watch when people actually put themselves out there. So how do you feel when you watch like the old timers, the legends themselves, their comedies back in the day, or even the way that they do their stuff now? How do you compare that with some of the modern times of comedy on social media? Like, do you see like some kind of change, and how do they differ? How are they the same? Any comments on that?
Comedy has changed throughout the years. I'm not even going to lie about that. Like, comedy has changed because, I hate to say it, but now is a generation of, strawberries and pansies, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, So, I'd say comedy has changed throughout the years. But if I pull out a tape right now, Frank DeLima, I put that in, see his old skits that he used to do back when I was a little kid. I used to watch that all the time. That was like primetime comedy right there because we didn't really have cable. When my mom would just bust out the tape of Frank DeLima and we start watching it, we'd laugh our asses off. And I was watching that for about 4 or 5 years of my life, and I still find it funny if I popped it out today. It's changed now. I haven't seen Frank DeLima in a while in comedy, but I have seen him one day just come up to my school when I was in 6th grade, and he was doing his act, and I still thought he was funny. Like, for real. I still think he's funny. I bet you today, if he came out, he'd still be funny. But I'm sure his jokes would change because, there's not much you can say today anymore that wouldn't be considered offensive. But at the same time, Hawaii, comedy-wise, Hawaii's got a funny bone, okay? It's not like other states out there in America where, you say something and everybody will boo you off the stage. Like, Hawaii's got a funny bone.
Yeah.
You can say something, you can say something that the locals can relate to, which would be offensive, but it would be funny as shit. Like,
I gotta agree with you on that one.
Yeah. That's not the one thing of being prideful from being down here, not just because of the culture, because we got a funny bone. We can handle our jokes, you know what I'm saying? We take that with a grain of salt. Everybody else, I'd say I wouldn't say everybody else, but I'd say certain states and towns out there, they can't handle that kind of comedy. They're pansies. I mean, what can I say? The pansies. Fucking strawberries, man. What do you expect?
I think the emphasis on the strawberry part.
Freaking strawberries, man. I mean, what can I say?
I'm not gonna lie. I have to agree with you to that because a lot of it is like a lot of comedians in America, like Dave Chappelle, like some of his last couple of stand-ups that are on Netflix, he said like, he was very offensive, and I was like, I don't give a,
Yeah, right. I don't give a fuck. Like,
it's like it's really funny that you have people that are really saying about his stuff nowadays, but these are like, but isn't this like the same people who know how his content was before when he had his show? Isn't that the same reason why they went to go see his stand up in the first place? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or in some form or way, you already know who he was and what his. Usually, when you watch a comedian, whether it's a stand up or their content that they post or whatever it is, you have to have some kind of idea of what their stuff is about. And if you're gonna get offended by what they're doing, then I think it's like you're probably not a real fan. Then somebody just probably brought you because they had an extra ticket or something,
Yeah, you'd have to assume that he's an extra, like he's never watched the shows before or something like that,
Yeah.
It's it's everyone's got an opinion, but most of them are all the same. Hopefully they're good ones.
It's like what me and Gretchen was talking about this as well, right? It's when we were talking about like the different eras of comedy that we both enjoy the old stuff, we enjoy the new stuff because we're part of the new kind of era of comedy in some sort of way, and I think a lot of the stuff that you do is actually considered more newer, mostly because it's usually with the skits your cuts are really fast and clean. There you have the mood sets that they change really suddenly. You have the way that you do your comedy, like your shtick and everything else that you do. It's like a form of evolved old school to make it funny and relatable to modern comedy now.
I figured my style was more kind of different. I try to be different because it's not bad to have everybody talking about Hawaiian, local comedy and all that stuff, and keeping it Hawaii, you know what I'm saying, with the jokes and all that stuff. That's great. That's freaking hilarious. And I leave that to them because they're the professionals, you know. As much as as much as I'm from here, and I love this place. This place is my home forever. As much as I've been from here and I know the culture, I'm not gonna try and, I'm new to the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm new. So I might as well, keep what I'm doing and, kind of keep the style that I've had originally and keep going with that. I don't want to change throughout the years and just make I don't want to be that guy who had a certain style and then changed all of a sudden because he had to get with the times. You know, I'm trying to be my own person, but at the same time, be be more helpful towards my other content creators that are out there in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to collab with me, that's fine. I'm definitely down with that. I'm always open to opinions, but at the same time, if they need an idea, I'm not afraid to put my idea out there with them. As long as we're having fun, that's pretty much it. Having fun.
Yeah. It's if you can have fun, if you can't have fun doing whatever you're posting, then I don't think you should be doing it. I think you're doing the wrong thing.
It's just all about having fun and enjoying the people that you're enjoying the company that you have. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what makes a really good video, to be honest.
Yeah. I really think that if you're gonna do anything out there, it's good to you wanna find your own your influence. Let's just say that you got me into making comedy and do funny stuff on Instagram. I'm going to be influenced to do this content almost the same way as you. Eventually, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to find my own style. So I'm going to change it up so people aren't saying like I'm doing exactly what this person does. He's copying so-and-so, I don't want anybody to really say that, but because eventually you would have to grow and you're going to want to do different stuff. Because maybe the things that I want to do isn't really what you do, so something has to change eventually.
Right. Yeah. I'm just saying if I do grow, it's I can't forget what what style I had. I can't forget who I am. If that's the thing, if that's what a lot of people. If I'm to grow in this whole thing. I just can't forget what I came from, what style I had before, because that's what built me up. That's my foundation right there. So,
Yeah. And I think your style is one of the funniest that I actually see. I mean, there's other funny stuff out there, but it's not like not to say this, but it's one of it's it's one of the actual. It's just one of. It's actually just one of the you're one of the content creators that I actually follow that I'm actually really, really looking forward to seeing what you're gonna do next for whatever it is, because I think we have the same kind of style of comedy and our materials are usually kind of the same. I think you have better reactions and better facial expressions than I do, but basically I think me and you kind of have like some of the same stuff.
Yeah, it's just breaking out of your shell when you're with other people. If you're too hidden and you don't show your true form of expression in front of the camera, it's not gonna look good. You gotta explode, friggin' break out. Be a kid. Just have fun. That's what it is. It's just breaking out of the show, pretty much.
Yeah. This isn't even my final form.
Yeah, right? This isn't even my final form. Get ready.
And I think the way that you do your voices, like you do your commentary voice or whatever, your announcer voice, I don't know, what kind of, do you put an name to that voice? What is it?
from what people are telling me, it's my movie guy voice, apparently.
So that's one thing that makes you unique, and that's your shtick, your own style, is your movie guy voice, because nobody else can do that we know of. I don't think so.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know anybody else that could do that. Actually, I was hoping I had somebody in my head, like, oh wait, but there's this guy, but no, I lied.
I'm not gonna lie, I try, but I can't get it done.
We both remember that moment.
Yeah, so it's like I think it's just, yeah, you're like unique in that way because you stand out when you do those voices, and everybody's like, whoa. It's like, where the hell did that come from? It's like, wait, where did that come from? It's like, coming out soon.
Sometimes it just comes out at will. All that stuff, Sometimes I sound like this, and then, the next day when I wake up in the morning all groggy, it just sounds like this. One man. One man.
I think, just don't lose that. Oh, if you lose that voice, I'll be sad.
I'm just gonna make a video of me just saying all that stuff before I die. This is a recording of the event that I lose my life.
It's like, wait, who the hell is that? That's a movie. That's a theater voice guy. It's like, what's his name? I don't know.
He was long and forgotten to time.
Like, he's a Samoan costume. The what?
The one thing I'm trying to get down is accents. And the one person I know who can do a mean-ass accent is Kulani. Or Cutlass. Yeah, he has a spot-on German accent. I don't even know how the hell he does that. My name is Friedrich Steiner. I don't know how I don't know how he does it. Me, I can't do that. I can only probably do like an Australian voice here. But, it's I don't know.
I had a oh man, that's hilarious. I actually had a follower that asked me to do like, can you do accents? So like I don't know what the purpose was for, I guess, to see if I could do them or not. So like, can you do the accents on this list? And one of them was like, the first one was like freaking Jersey. Like, Jersey, really? Okay, it's like okay, it's gonna sound mean, but it's like Paktaka Barahaba. I do that. It's like, damn. I was like, oh, do New York. It's like,
I'm from New Jersey, you fucking queer.
Yeah. Like,
oh man.
Like New York. It's like, frick. I'm leaving. I don't even know. It's the same. It's almost the same.
Look, I'm a part of the NYPD, okay?
You're a knock or what? And what you doing here, eh?
What are you gonna do? Nothing. Get out of here.
There you go. Hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Oh man, I think I would do a pretty good Irish accent or Scottish, whichever one of the two. You ever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think I can do a pretty good one. Like, you ever want to go up to somebody's asshole? You're thinking like, what did you put in your culo de la vie? And
What?
Like, Ada Willa, come over here, lick my shillelagh. That's magically delicious.
I don't know. This kind of sounds Irish.
Irish, I don't know.
Yeah,
What are you? Oh, bro.
That's a pretty impressive Scottishman that you have there.
Like, fucking hell, where's the lamb sauce?
Oi!
Most famous Scottish person I know, Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, he's fucking Scottish. I forgot.
Yeah.
Come here, you donkey, come here.
Yeah.
Where's the lamb sauce? It's raw! Raw!
Ah,
Shit.
disgusting.
Shit.
Have you given up?
How dare you come into my office, you fucking donkey!
Did you look like there was like this one post that we're like fucking excuse the questions already. This was a TikTok story.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I'm just having fun talking story right now. So there was this. So since we were like going to like Scottish and British accents, there was this post about British accents, like pickup lines, like what would the British person say in this situation if they were having sex? And hold on, I gotta pull this up real fast because some of them were hilarious. God, if I don't know where this is, I can't find it. I'll be so sad. Okay, so there's like the post is like what they say during sex. So it's like, yes, splendid. Indeed. Like today, scrumptious. Carry on, good show. There's like actually a couple of comments that there's actually a couple that I actually said. So like, if it was like a British person having sex with an old guy, like, good form, old man.
Good show, chap.
Okay, I want to see if you get this one. What's what a British person would say while she's on her period?
Poppycock.
What? No. It's bloody hell.
I'm sorry,
Actually, poppycock would be if it was like freaking stepdad kind of territory.
I mean, I figured he wasn't afraid of, periods. So he just poppycock. Give me that vagina. Something like that. Something along those lines. Something along those lines, man.
Oh, shoot. Poppycock. Presents your vagina.
Snap.
Oh, my God. Or, okay, so like, doing it with someone.
This segment laughing at each other.
Spent the time spent doing it with someone inexperienced / virgin. Watch what you're fucking doing, you fucking wanker.
Oh, that's what they say?
That's what I said.
Wow, what the hell?
Oh, how about this one? Twisting the pubic hair. Bollocks.
Ew.
Ball lock.
I heard that the first time. Oh my God. Don't even. Oh God. Wow, that just got me thinking about my pubes. God forbid they get twisted. Bollocks.
Oh boy. This is so funny. Oh God.
Quite a sassy show you have.
I think it's gonna be different with every guest and everybody. It's just gonna depend on what we're talking about, who we're talking about it with, all that kind of stuff. It's feeling the energy. So it's everybody, whoever is gonna be interviewed or anything for the show or for the podcast, it's just gonna be like their own unique thing. So it's all good. So go back to this question. We pretty much talked about a lot of these already. A lot of them is just okay. So obviously that you and I do more of when it comes to clean versus dirty content. You and I usually fall more towards the more adult, PG-13, dirty kind of stuff.
Yeah, I figured I landed in the dirty part of comedy, seeing how I always have cocaine on my nose all the time with my character. Which is pretty fucking terrible. I'm seriously, I swear I'm trying not to use it, but it's like it just keeps coming back. Like I'm literally like a drug that I can't fucking shake off half the time because it's just like use the
season, bitch.
What? Use the force? Like I'm coming to myself in like a Jedi robe and cocaine on my nose, like, use the Force, Luke. I'm not Luke.
So it's like, since you and I usually fall more in the dirty kind of side of things in comedy, what do you think about, like, is there much of a difference between clean content and dirty content, or is it just more like, is it just more subjective and it's just more a personal relation of whatever the content is about?
Yeah, it's more subjective, but in my opinion, I see a clear difference in between the clean and the dirty sides of the comedy of social media wise on Instagram. Like for instance, there's a good friend of mine. What's his name? Your boy Lons. It's my friend Lons. He's another content creator, and by far his content is super clean. Like he does clean, like just clean posts, videos, and it still comes out funny. It still makes me laugh. I mean, so he's very clean when it comes to those type of comedies, and it still comes out funny. Well, another one, Aloha Chalet, I think. Yeah. Aloha Chalet. She's also clean cut when it comes to the comedy side of her Instagram, and it comes out funny. Clean comedy can always come out funny. It's just the way you put it out.
Yeah, I think it's she does a lot of goofy stuff, but it's she has her own stuff, and I think it's funny. There's like a lot of people that.
I'd say it's more on the goofy side, of comedy, which is still hilarious because she's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's really nice to see when it comes to females doing comedy stuff. It's nice to see that they can be goofy, like Passion. Like Passion does like a lot of goofy stuff. It's not really particularly clean or dirty. It's just like it's just more. It's in between, yeah. Because she doesn't really curse. She doesn't really do a lot of She did some stuff that was kind of considered dirty, but not back in the Vine days for 808 Vines. But I was like, kind of. But a lot of her stuff is just mostly neutral. It's just more silly than anything, but it suits her at all. I don't know anybody. I don't know. I know there's like some people who put stuff out there that could be clean, but I don't find as funny. But it's not because it's clean, though. I think it's just because maybe it's just the content that they put out. That is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
There's also some dirty stuff out there that I don't find funny either. And I do dirty comedy. I think it's just whatever it's talking about. I just don't find it funny at all, or it's like wildly funny or something.
There are some content creators who do dirty comedy, and it's like. I think they need to find something else to do, with their time or something, It's just some of them. I don't know. I forget their names already just by, watching their stuff is just like, next. Sorry, man.
Yeah. The thing that I don't really like at all, whether it's clean or dirty, is like is when there's like a lot of stuff that the kids do nowadays that they're pulling pranks or it's pretty much trying to I don't know if you've seen as one of those pranks that they're asking a friend to like hold their hands on like hold their hands together and then like they're gonna hold them up or something, run into their hands and they grab their friend's head and start like grabbing their head, but their bottle area, they're giving them head or something.
Yeah. Those pranks. They're funny to be watched at, but I'm sorry if you do that shit to me. I'm running the dirtiest hands with you. You know, like it's a bit funny to me. A lot of them are just kind of like, ooh, why would you do that? You know, some of them are just like, that's hilarious, but you know, most of them are just like, why would you do that? Who's doing this thing? Who's telling these kids what to do? Like,
yeah, I know there's some stuff that I do find funny that I actually do like laugh at, but like that one for example, I find that it's like that's really that's stupid. That's only stupid. That's pretty gay if you think about
it.
It's
kind of like a quick way to get likes by doing stupid pranks. You know, it's like getting attention. Like,
yeah,
it's a quick way to get attention, but it's like, come on, man, is that really worth your health? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I like usually when it comes to making content. This is where like me, I was actually creating a lot of the stuff when it comes to like younger people trying to get into content creating. It's when it's a lot of stuff that they want to do, that they want to try to make it like a regular thing as a hobby, not just like just make one video and then like, oh, hopefully I do super good, it goes viral. But that's the only thing that they do that's funny. So they get all these followers and anything like that, but they're not really content creators. So if there's anybody like that, what would you say to like if it's somebody who does one video and it goes viral and they don't do anything else? Or like is it just somebody else waiting for a break who constantly makes content but doesn't get the views that they actually look for or anything like that?
What would be what would I say to them for like advice or something, or
advice, like if they're just starting out, just say that they just want to do something, they're just starting out and they're hoping to put content out there and they're scared of the criticize, hate comments, anything like that to put down. What is something that you could say to those guys, to those kids, whoever they are, to encourage them to just keep at it with making content? Any encouraging words?
Well, I mean, I'd be surprised if I did have anyone looking up to me when it comes to content creating, because I'm just starting out. I mean, I'm just starting out and I've got all these ideas just flowing. But, I mean, if I were to say something, it would be, you know, just keep to your style, man. And, you know, whatever ideas you got, what you need to realize is a lot of my videos are based on last-minute ideas. Even our fake trailers that we make, those stupid-ass fake trailers that we make that people really want us to make movies out of, like, a lot of these ideas were very last-minute. Like, you know, boom, like last-minute, hey, I got this idea, let's film it right now. And then boom, 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 we get that, see how it looks on camera, and then we'll just like, I think I can handle the rest. Like, if you have an idea that just pops up in your head, and it's funny to you, it makes you laugh, and, you know, it gets you excited. That, you know, that gut feeling that gets you excited and makes you laugh, just go ahead and film it, you know. Film that idea, make it come to life. And if take that chance of posting it. You'll never know. People will find you funny, you know. Some people will find you funny. And there's not everyone's going to like you. That's the bottom line of content creating. You're going to have people who's going to be like, oh, that was so funny, I forgot to laugh. Fucking kill yourself. But, you know, it's fucking...
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
There's always going to be those negative Nancy's out there. But, you know, don't let that stop you. Just keep going. Keep going. Just, if you have an idea in your head, make that a reality. Just make it to the best of your ability. Somebody will find that as gold.
Yeah.
That's
You never
all
know.
I got to say. Yeah, you never. Yeah, that's the thing. You never know. So somebody's gonna find that as gold one day. You know, it could be anybody. You know, so just keep doing what you're doing. You know, do you. Don't worry about what they're looking at. I mean, they find it funny, they'll say something.
Yeah. And yeah, just to add on more to that, it's to just really wrap up that last statement is
like any negative comments, just take it as a grain of salt. To be honest, I mean, just what would you say? Like just take it as
you're not even funny. Yeah.
Well, not like
even
that.
if it's not.
Those assholes can go and die, you know, because they're not funny in the fucking first place. Yeah, I meant like people who have negative comments, like, oh, you know, you could have done this better, something like that. Take that as constructive criticism. I mean, I've gotten that in my like when I first started letting out videos on my own. I mean, it's just be open to, you know, criticism and just do your best. That's all anyone can ask for. If you really love doing this type of stuff, like content creating, making other people laugh, then that's what you should just go on. Just do your thing.
Keep going.
Yeah.
So, like a lot of my stuff that I do is usually on the spot too. So it's like I don't think too hard about it or what I want to put up. Otherwise, I'd be putting up everything. Like, you know.
I tell you to post it all the time. You think it's stupid.
Well, when I post it up, then I'm looking back at it like, okay, now I think it's stupid.
Fucker.
But yeah, it's just that even for making my own content, I'm just trying to just put myself out there, and I'm not. It's not expecting to get the attention. It's making people laugh, making people feel good, because I know there's people that follow me that actually like my stuff no matter what I post, and they are entertained, they like it, and they double tap it, they comment, and they just like ha 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 or whatever. They tag their friends, whoever, whatever they want to do with it. You know, I'm entertaining people, so I just keep going. If people want to say stupid things about my content, then I usually just either just like fuck you or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to really. I don't know how else to really put it. It's people say don't show your hate towards people who give you hate, but it's like, just if you don't care enough about your content to really let a nobody on social media really put you down, it's like, why are you listening to these people in the first place? You're never gonna meet them. They're never gonna. They probably don't. They already say they don't like you and they don't even know you. There's probably nobody that you're ever gonna see or hear from in your life ever, unless you go do the hacker thing and you find them and you go beat the hell out of their house or something. But it's nobody important, and you shouldn't really be giving them your, you know, don't put them on that pedestal that they have this importance enough to put you down for whatever they're saying. Listen to the content creators that you look up to. Listen to, like, you know, Coconut has, like, he's reaching over 50 something followers right now. I'm pushing 1,800. We're small micro. I feel like I'm a micro influencer right now. I'm not big, but I'm not small either.
I may be more famous. I may have more followers than Alita, but he's more famous. Trust me, he's famous by a fucking wide mile margin of fame. So it's very good to be on this show finally. You know, after all this time, I've been asking him, "Hey, Luca, can I be on your show?" And he'd be like, "No, fuck you, you're not famous, sir." And then I'd be like,
I did not. What the hell?
I didn't. Ain't that serious?
Please come and save my show.
No, it wasn't that. It's like, you know, he's there. You'd probably, like, you know, put my show down through the tube. You know what I'm saying? If you appeared on here, as your non-famous ad, you know, and be like, well, if you need me, I'll be here in my house, chilling, fucking jerking off on them before.
Not on Apex, by the way. I can play in damn no gear. This asshole.
It's finally. I mean, you've been pretty busy, you know, just being famous and all that stuff. I'm just, you know, just out here just fucking off. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. I totally understand your busy lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know.
This guy. This guy.
Time for video games, folks. So,
Whoa!
Anything after this show, we're probably just gonna jump on Apex Legends and just talk about this like it was a normal thing, you know. Even though I've asked him 1,000 times to be on the show, and you know he'd just be like, "Nah, sir, you're not famous enough. Fuck you, man." I'll be like, "All right, fuck me. I'm just gonna go kill myself now, bitch." Jump off the roof of my house, land on my legs. I'm all right. I'm okay.
Don't jump off your ledge. You'll break the ledge.
Said I landed on my legs. You jerk. This is how much he doesn't pay attention to me.
I just assumed you're gonna break the ledge that you're gonna jump off from.
Yeah, no. Jump off the ledge and land on my feet. Oh, conveniently I have gout, so, you know, I just, shit, my legs.
Hey, good news, I got rid of my gout. Bad news, I have no feet.
Yeah, right. Good news is I got rid of the gout. Bad news is my fucking legs are broken. Say goodbye to those fake trailers.
One man, no legs, short for life.
Fucking in the same position in front of my garage for like 3 days. I noticed nobody helped me yet. Anyone gonna bring me in the house?
You just standing the same place that you fell from.
Yeah, right. Like my entire family would notice me jumping off the roof of the house, but they wouldn't do a damn thing about it. They just leave me in the driveway. Just like, I know you guys are cooking up something to save my life.
Ay, nako. Oh, like what Jimmy would say, kalofai.
Yeah, right. Kalofai.
Oh, man. Okay, to wrap things up, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they want to watch your content. Give yourself a plug. Where can people find you?
On Instagram.
Well, tell them your Instagram.
Find me on Instagram. My name is Mr. Coconut, Mr. Coconut. Pretty sure it's the easiest fucking thing to find on Instagram. If you can't find it, I'm sorry, man. You just gotta comment and ask at least where to find me, because I just gave you the keys to the garage practically. Where and when you find those keys, just let me know.
I'm still out here, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not used to shouting myself out on your show because, you know, you're super fucking famous and all, and I'm just a fucking lowly peasant. So, you know, I'm just like, hey, follow this fucking bum over here.
Oh, okay. So you guys heard it from the man himself. Find Mr. Coconut at Mr. Coconut. That is mr.coconut on Instagram. If you guys cannot find him, DM me at Hawaiian Blanca on Instagram as well. Check out the IGTV series.
I'm kidding.
Fat Porto. Please remember to check out the IGTV series, Guacamole Wednesdays, every Wednesday. We will also be recording the podcast video style for YouTube channel that will be going up hopefully by tomorrow. And actually, the recording date of this was, what is today? It is the January 8th. Oh, I forgot what the date. I forgot what the date was. Oh, this, no, stupid. The feature episode will be posted by January 8th. Not recording date is the 7th. We will be posting by the 8th on IGTV and on YouTube. To be announced when we will be putting out this audio and this session between me and Mr. Coconut himself will be posted on iTunes for the podcast later on at a to be announced date. Without further ado, thank you, Mr. Coconut, my friend Esera, for coming out to, spend some time with me, talk story, ask some questions, just, spend half an hour mostly of this whole damn thing just laughing our asses off. So thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to this lowly peasant tell a story about how much I wanted to be on this damn show. Thank you for hearing my sorrows.
Oh, you're lucky I don't have a freaking damn thing to play some freaking sad violin music for you right now. Because I'm just like, oh, boo, fucking boo for you. Oh, but anyways, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate it for you spending some time with me today.
No problem, man.
Thank you everybody else for tuning in for this episode. Without anything else, everything said is done at the end of this time. I'm Alika, the Hawaiian Blanco. I spoke all of you guys later. Shoots, aloha.